Hey there, welcome back to Cisco Reads Books. Today we got a book haul for you. This is our June book haul for 2026. So let's see if I can get through it without coughing, because I am still suffering from the bronchitis a little bit. But we're going to get into it. So the first things I bought, because I've been going through the necroscope phase of my life, and I think I mentioned when I read the Necroscope that there was only like a couple of book series that do vampires right for me. And one of them was Anne Rice's Interview with the Vampire, the Lestat series. So, because I got rid of those books, all of them, I had to rebuy them. So I rebought the first trilogy, which is Interview with the Vampire, The Vampire Lestat, and The Queen of the Damned. Because we're about to reread that trilogy coming up. I'm not sure when, but we will. And then as I was buying those, I saw these, and this is the Mayfair Witches series. Yeah, the Mayfair Chronicles. So we got Witching Hour, which I've never read these, so they piqued my interest, so I figured we'll try them. We got Taltos, or however the fuck you say that. And then we got Lasher, which is book 3 in that. Or no, that's book 2. Book 3 is Taltos. So, yeah, we got that trilogy as well. The next one's... Oh, yeah, I got a Barnes & Noble's gift card for Father's Day. So, obviously, we bought more books. The first one is The Fog by James Herbert. This is the 50th anniversary edition. And Stephen King says, Herbert sizes us by the lapels and begins to scream in our faces. So, I mean, that's a ringing endorsement. The next one is something that I was already mentioning during the review for The Cabinet of Curiosities by Preston and Child, and that is Old Bones, which is the book 1 in the Nora Kelly series, because, yeah, she's an interesting as hell character. Yeah, so let me move these, and then we'll get the other pile in here, because limited space and shit, and too many books. And then we'll get into the rest of the offerings. This is 18 books this month for me, so that was quite a reasonable haul without any thrifting. The next one is Sleep Tight by J.H. Markert. Him I've been getting into. I've been collecting all of his stuff in the hopes of reading my Twisted Retreat version of Midnight Man soon. The next one is Nightwing by Martin Cruz Smith, which, to my understanding, he doesn't usually do horror, but this is one that he does. So let's read the back of it. As darkness gathers, the sky is filled with frantic motion and maddening murderers. In an effort to end the world, an unhappy, aging Native American shaman invokes the Hopi god of death. Those around him remain skeptical, dismissing him as a crazy old man. They then discover his bloody, mutilated body, and soon other similarly disfigured corpses begin to appear. Horses, sheep, cattle, no living thing is safe. But what is causing the horrible deaths? Deputy Sheriff Joe Duran is called to the reservation to investigate. Immediately, Duran recognizes the significance of the shaman's spell and, with the help of 2 scientists, works to combat the supernatural scourge before there's nothing left to save. So yeah, this sounds good. I know that he writes those. He writes like Russian, like crime thrillers. I'm pretty sure. Um, and so yeah, it's interesting to see something in the horror realm from him. The next one we got two Don DeLillos, and that is Zero K by Don DeLillo. Um, Fuck it, we'll just read the back of this one too. Jeffrey Lockhart's father, Ross, is a billionaire in his 60s with a younger wife, Artis, whose health is failing. Ross is the primary investor in a remote and secret compound where death is exquisitely controlled and bodies are preserved until a future time when biomedical advances and new technologies can return them to a life of transcendent promise. Jeff joins Ross and Artis at the compound to say an uncertain farewell to her as she surrenders her body. Don DeLillo's seductive, spectacularly observed, and brilliant new novel weighs the darkness of the world against the beauty and humanity of everyday life. It is a glorious, soulful work from one of the great writers of our time. So yeah, that sounds fantastic. Um, it kind of sounds like almost like a mix of the ferryman with what it was going on with, and taking the bodies or taking the people to the place where they get revived and then come back, and just like a kind of dystopian nightmare, kind of like I can't remember it. I can't see that far because I don't have my damn glasses. And then the next one is Don DeLillo Point Omega. So we'll read the back of this one too. In this potent and beautiful novel, the writer, the New York Times calls prophetic, about 21st century America, looks into the mind and heart of a scholar who is recruited to help the military conceptualize the war. We see Richard Elsler at the end of his service. He has retreated to the desert in search of space and geological time. There he is joined by a filmmaker and by Elsler's daughter Jessica, an otherworldly woman from New York. The three of them build an odd, tender intimacy, something like a family. Then a devastating event turns detachment into colossal grief, and it's human mystery that haunts the landscape of desert and mind. So yeah, this one I'm not really sure what to expect. It's pretty short, so we might do that next month if we can fit it in. But yeah, Don DeLillo, we're buying everything from him at this point. The next one is The Toll by Sherry Priest. And this says it is a Southern Gothic horror with a contemporary twist. So we'll read the back of this one too. State Road 177 runs along the Suwannee River between Fargo, Georgia, and the Okefenokee Swamp. I don't know if that's how you say that, but Okefenokee sounds good to me. Drive that route from east to west, and you'll cross 6 bridges. Take it from west to east, and you might find 7. But you better hope not. Titus and Melanie Bell are on their honeymoon and have reservations in the Okefenokee Swamp cabins for a canoeing trip. But shortly before they reach their destination, the road narrows into a rickety bridge with old stone pilings with room for only one car. Much later, Titus wakes up lying in the middle of the road, no bridge in sight. Melanie is missing. When he calls the police, they tell him there's no such bridge on State Road 177. So yeah, I'm in on this all day. I read the back of that and I was like, yeah, sounds interesting. So the next ones are something that I read already this month, but I needed a physical copy of it because I listened to it on Audible, and y'all already know that I really loved Where the Axe is Buried by Ray Naylor. So I bought the hardcover edition because I liked it that much. And it's beautiful, like just gorgeous. Um, the next one is also by Ray Naylor, and this is his new book, Palaces of the Crow. So we'll read the inside jacket copy of this one. Neria is a young Jewish girl who dreams of becoming a biologist and has befriended a flock of crows in her chalet. Kezlaw is an underage Polish soldier who escapes into the freezing Lithuania woods after deserting the Red Army. Kezia is a Roma horse trader whose family is on the run from the Soviet collectivization. As the German Blitzkrieg crashes across the Lithuanian border in June 1941, all three are caught up in the onslaught, along with Innokeneti, an abandoned boy who cannot speak. They are driven into the primeval forest, where they survive by forming an unbreakable bond with one another. With Nalia's intelligent crows, who for years have been bringing her intricate gifts that suggest they are no ordinary corvids. As the war goes on, the crows warn the children of danger and help them hide from the human threats of the forest. Not only the Germans, but also the Russian deserters, Polish partisans, fascist Lithuanian police, and other bandits and outcasts wandering the benighted landscape. From Ray Naylor, winner of the Hugo and Lotus Award and a finalist for the Ray Bradbury Prize and the Arthur C. Clarke Award, Palace of the Crows blends history and haunting speculative wonder in a story of survival, loyalty, and the fragile beauty of life in the darkest of times. So yeah, this one, I had this pre-ordered, but then I had to cancel it because, Amazon is being Amazon. So I reordered it, and here it is. Yeah, I've been looking forward to this book for a while. The next one is The Exorcist, the hardcover special edition with the green painted sprayed edges. And yeah, this one, I just wanted this because I love that book so much when I read it. And, any book that can scare the shit out of me like that book did deserves a pride of place on my shelf in hardcover. So yeah, that's why we got that one. The next one is book 2 in Peter F. Hamilton's new series. And this one is Exodus, Become the Travelers. And this is the Helium Sea. And yeah, this one, I've been waiting for this one for a while because the Archimedes engine, I got that last year. I haven't read it yet, but I'm looking forward to adding those to the TBR for probably the latter half of this year. And then we got our offering from the Twisted Retreat this month as well, which is The Wives of Henrik Hall. I know nothing about this book, but it's by Julie Liu. And this one, like, the sprayed edges are nice. It's a nice book. Like I said, I know nothing about this. We'll read the back together and see what it's about. After a dalliance with another woman leaves her reputation in shambles, Josephine Carter is banished to the isolated manor to serve as lady's companion to Henrik's mistress. Lady Nora Blake is a headstrong, capricious woman who spends her days convalescing from a mysterious illness, and her nights witnessing her imminent death over and over. Shackled to her side, Josephine is certain life could not get much worse, but then she meets Henrik's wives. Ghosts, veiled in shadow, stalk the halls and trespass into Josephine's dreams, trapped forever in the fury of their last dying to destroy Henrik, or their last dying. Feels like there should be like a last dying wish or something there. But it's just of their last dying to destroy Henrik and everyone beneath his roof. Josephine determines to escape by any means necessary, until she and Nora fall in love. Together, Josephine and Nora must confront Henrik's curse to battle their way to freedom, but Henrik has already claimed them as its next ghostly brides, and neither the house nor its vengeful wives will relinquish them without bloodshed. So that sounds interesting. I don't know. We'll see. I'll get to it eventually. But all in all, that was a great month for buying books. I got a lot of good horror, a lot of good Don DeLillo, a lot of good hardcover additions to the library, and just a great month overall. So until next time, read, because reading is fundamental.